I want to share something kind of personal. And the reason I'm sharing it is because Mr. Rogers said that if something is personal, it is also universal. And I suspect I'm not the only person who struggles with these feelings. And so, what I'm really struggling with today is self loathing. I don't like myself today. And I definitely don't love myself today. And I have tapped on this before many, many times. And I've had some big releases and breakthroughs, and I've gained some ground in this area. But there's residual stickiness because these are old. These are really old, familiar patterns for me. And it just takes a couple rounds of it, and that's okay. So I also want to encourage you, if you're going to do this tapping session today, not to approach it with a feeling of like, I need to fix myself or change myself, but more with the attitude of, I'm okay just as I am. I'm going to give myself a big hug today and accept and love myself, warts, shadows, and all, because that's a really important part of what's been my healing journey, is to really not push against what feels true for me. And because what's true for me right now is there are parts of myself I want to change. There are parts of myself I don't like. But if I push those parts away, those parts are part of me. That's true for me right now. And so healing can't really happen if I'm not being honest about that or accepting that. So I've tried to kind of train myself with this sort of integration process, rather than a pushing away of what I don't like. And this integration process, I've realized, is there's no time that it will end. There's no destination. It is never ending. And sort of thinking about it in this incredible, curious way, like, wow, this process is incredible. When I don't feel good, when I don't feel good about myself, when I don't feel good about A, B, or C, or when I just don't feel good in general, something is bubbling up to the surface to be healed. And that perspective shift has made a huge difference in my life. So I want to encourage you to integrate these parts of yourself that maybe you don't like and not push them away. So today's tapping session is going to be very gentle and accepting and allowing of ourselves. So just take a deep breath and get into a calm state. And just repeat after me. Even though I feel raw, vulnerable, and full of shadows right now, I choose to see these feelings as sacred invitations to really love myself. Even though I sometimes feel unworthy, lonely, and like I'm not enough, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself just as I am in this moment. All these shadows rising up inside me, they feel heavy and they make me doubt myself. But I choose to see them as a sign of my healing. I feel unlikable sometimes. But I choose to integrate all parts of me. I embrace the parts I don't like just as much as the parts I do like. I release the need to compare myself to anyone else. I am worthy of love exactly as I am. Even with my shadows, I am lovable. I am in a cocoon now, and maybe the wings are forming. I know these shadows rise with intensity because they are ready to be healed. I release these old stories of unworthiness. I expand my awareness of what's possible for me. I don't have to be perfect to deserve my own love. I love myself in all of who I am. I am enough, I am whole, and I accept myself just as I am. Warts, shadows, and all. In mind, body, and spirit.